These are my scary and creepy TikTok. These are my scary. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that. These are my creepy and scary TikTok reaction videos. Things I'm going to show you are gonna blow your freaking mind.
Alright guys, I'm 44 years old. Never in my life when I grew up did I hear about a upside down smiley face crescent moon. We always learned about a side facing crescent moon. Kids never grew a upside down smiley face for their moon. What is going on here? When did this start happening? Alright guys, I'm 44 years old. Never in my life when I grew up did I hear about a upside down.
Like it's almost fully on the bottom of the moon. So that's the moon, and my camera is facing straight up. Why the fuck is
Excuse his language.
the half on the bottom? Like it's almost fully on the bottom of the moon. So that's the moon, and my camera is facing straight up.
The reason I'm showing you this is because for a long time, for past about 6 years, I've noticed, maybe less, that the moon's been like this and nobody's really paid attention. When I grew up, the moon used to be on the side. When you draw a crescent moon or whatever, half moon, it'll be on the side. And it started getting weird, like cold, when the moon started doing this. And I was trying to tell my family, my cousin I was staying with, I was like, man, I think the poles are shifting or something. Like, that means the Earth's shadow or something is different in space by some degree, to the point it's going to reflect a different type of crest like that. So are we moving? Is that why we just got all these polar vortexes? Is that why we just got this weird fog? Have you guys heard about the weird fog? If not, here, let me. All right, check it out. This is the fog I was talking about. A lot of people just think we had a foggy last 2 weeks ago or whatever it was. But nah, that wasn't the normal fog. It was weird.
So you're telling me that an abnormal fog pops up all over the United States.
So you're telling me.
And is being reported in Europe as well, with these particles that are flying around that are not snow or moisture, have a chemical smell, and are leaving
like pee
residue in
or
some
sulfur.
areas. And some people who have been exposed to the fog are falling ill with the same illness of inflamed sinuses, can't sleep, loss of appetite.
That can't sleep part was wild.
This is just a normal cold and flu and has nothing to do with this abnormal
fog? I went through it.
Okay.
I had to work outside.
So you're telling me that...
I'm telling you right now, it's not real. I'm telling you. That fog was not real. Something was weird about it. Let's see what else we can find on the fog. That's in Florida. And then all these places is exactly where it snowed right quick. So we got this new winter storm with the blizzard or whatever. And it's in the same places. Now either the poles are shifting, like I was saying, with the moon being flipped upside down. And now we got that fog that just hit. Maybe sulfur from the earth is actually setting the fires on fire. The reason I say that is because there was a video I seen where all the fires came up at the same exact time, which is suspicious. It's either somebody setting fires at the same exact time, and then people had that shit timed on timer, or the earth is doing something. So why the music gotta be all slapped up. Nah, but I think either somebody really did set these. Look at them. Look at it. I mean, you either got a beam, the triangulation of it. I don't know. Maybe that's the whole thing. So either that's getting shot from a beam, like the way those look like how it looks like when you take a magnifying glass on something, or you got the Earth actually doing some weird, maybe because like we just got those the solar rays they said shot off the sun or whatnot. So maybe the sun kind of there were some solar flares that came from the sun. So maybe it's the Earth doing it, and we just can't.
Okay, now you know, so stop asking what are the deer bags. Listen, stop asking what are the deer bags. They are the drones. They are the drones. Okay? Planes are Pradas. And Oscars are orbs. Okay? Just go and listen better to She's right there. Okay? Go in the search. You can find her. She will explain everything. She has everything that is going on behind the
Video reopens the debate whether these crafts are secret human technology or of extraterrestrial origin. This is the clearest video of a UFO recorded recently. In the footage, an intrigued pilot uses his cell phone to capture a strange metallic object he sees in the
I like
distance.
this video.
Shortly
This is
after,
my
the
favorite
object
video
passes
right
just a
here
few feet away from the
because
plane. At that moment, the pilot realizes he might have recorded the most solid evidence of
there
these
was this
mysterious
dude
ships.
who even
This
spoke
video
about
reopens the debate whether
Area
these crafts
51
are
named
secret
Bob
human
Lazar,
technology or of
and he talked about how the UFO
This is the clearest
isn't
video
flying
of a UFO
straight,
recorded
it's
recently.
actually
In
falling
the
onto
footage,
itself.
An intrigued pilot
And
uses
if you
his
look,
cell phone to capture a strange
it's
metallic
kind of like
object he
leaning
sees in the
forward,
distance.
like it's
Shortly
falling.
after, the object passes just a few feet away from the plane. At that moment,
And that's
the pilot realizes
exactly
he might have recorded the most
what
solid
he was kind of
evidence of these
describing.
mysterious ships. This video reopens
But how
the
do you
debate whether
steer
these
while
crafts
you're
are secret
falling
human
just straight
technology
down?
or of
Like I don't
extraterrestrial origin.
like. Maybe
This
that's
is the
the
clearest
thing.
video of a UFO recorded recently.
Are they
In the
drones?
footage, an intrigued pilot
Or
uses
is there
his cell phone
actual,
to
like,
capture a strange metallic
some
object
pilot
he sees in the
inside
distance.
controlling all that?
Shortly after, the object passes just a few feet away from the plane. At that moment, the pilot
Yeah, that's
realizes
probably
he might
the
have
clearest
recorded the most
footage, right?
solid evidence of these mysterious ships. This video reopens the debate whether these crafts are secret human technology or of extraterrestrial origin. This is the clearest video of a UFO recorded recently. In the footage, an intrigued pilot uses his cell phone to capture a strange metallic object he sees in the distance. Shortly after, the object...
Scary TikTok reaction videos coming your way. We about to look at Admiral Byrd. I don't know if you guys heard of this dude, but he was in the military a long time ago. We have some black and white footage of him basically speaking about Project High Jump, which is one of the topics we're going to go into. Basically looking at what goes on in places we're not supposed to be in the world. So they say. And why? Why can't we go there? Ready? Let's go.
Is there a great difference between the top of the world and the bottom of the world?
There is. Now, the North Pole is the center of an ocean 10,000 feet deep. The South Pole, the center of a plateau, 10,000 feet high. The North Pole
High
at sea
jump.
is surrounded by continents slightly frozen. The Antarctic continent is surrounded by a belt of ice, frozen seas of at least 1,200 miles thick. Now, the South is a plateau. It gets, in some places, 14...
You know, he said it was a barrier of ice that is surrounded by a barrier of ice, as if there's something else beyond that barrier, though. Like they said, the Antarctic wall, it's just a big barrier. So is it just ice surrounding land? Let's see.
15,000 feet up. I've been over areas about 13,000, and it's a little bit chilly up there.
Chilly.
So there's that big difference between the top and bottom of the world. The North really isn't very cold up there on the Arctic Ocean.
Not compared to South. Admiral Byrd, we often hear it said that our young Americans now aren't as hardy as their forefathers. Do you think that Americans do measure up to the standards, the physical standards and morale standards of the past?
I do. I don't believe that. I think they're just as hardy.
Well, what would you say was the most valuable factor on an expedition? Is it morale, or physical courage, or is it sheer equipment?
Well, I've always thought that loyalty was by far the most important trait. The British told me that when I first went down in 28, that I couldn't possibly get through the winter night without a mutiny if I took more than...
All right, I found it. So this talks about the hollow earth part where he goes and finds, like, said, quote, the center of the earth. So there's no proof, but this is through his diaries. There's not like the same footage of him in black and white on TV talking about it, but check it out.
Something he held back and then later was suppressed by government authorities that found it frightening.
In his diary, which was discovered by his son after his death, Admiral Byrd tells an extraordinary story.
Admiral Byrd heard there was an entrance to the center of the Earth through the South Pole. And he took planes into the South, under the South Pole. And when he did that, he discovered that as he flew over the pole, suddenly he's looking at things that shouldn't be there. I mean, it was temperate. His squadron flew under the Earth, into the Earth.
It turns into this lush and green area, and he can't even believe his eyes. But that's just the beginning of his extraordinary story. He tells how all of a sudden he starts to see a shimmering rainbow city that's made of crystal. His airplane...
Bruh, I wouldn't even come back out. If there's a whole rainbow city, like, I'm thinking of like Wizard of Oz and stuff like that. And that was back then when them type of stories like was new. And so, you know, he probably came back, told people about it, and they went off and wrote all these fantastic Disneyland, Emerald City type like movies and stuff off of these like tales, because military cast was drinking, and back then it was just a whole different time. But let's go finish watch
is taken control of when he suddenly sees these flying disc-shaped objects around them that lead him to the ground. Whereupon he's escorted into a cavernous type of an area where he meets a being he refers to as the Master in his diary. The Master tells him that they're highly disappointed in what humans are doing with nuclear weapons and how they've recently destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And they really are concerned about what is going on the surface of the planet. They tell Admiral Byrd that they hope that humanity will ultimately stop this.
For UFO researchers, this account from Admiral Byrd's diary is particularly significant due to the fact that the modern UFO era began right after World War II and the detonation of the first atomic bombs.
So, that's what they say a lot of the UFO activity started, was right after that, Area 51. Let's go take a look at some actual current modern day footage of what we're spotting with our cell phones. All right, y'all, I found some footage. Stop. Thank you. It's clear when it's just like that. I don't know, they overseas somewhere though. Hey my God, that's what I said, kids. Cool ships. They got farther apart. When the video started, they were closer together. Here, let me back it up a little bit. He had, yeah, see when it started? He has some good clips right here. And you can see it real close. That's when it looked weird, like there's little stuff on top. Or that's just a reflection of them on the glass. It makes it real, more real. That's wild. It's like little universes. Alright, I'm gonna try to find some more crazy and amazing shit for y'all. Ships for y'all to see.
Shifter, right? That's what we're thinking. Okay, let's watch it again. Check it out. Shapeshifter, right? That's what we're thinking. Okay, let's watch it again. This has been sent to me like 20 times for me to, analyze it to see what I think. Keep watching. Pay attention.
Maybe that's where Mystique from X-Men came from. Do y'all, anybody know what court case this
Right
was?
there. That's the one that kind of gets me right there. You can see me snapping the screenshots while I'm watching this, trying to catch each frame. And that's
AI,
what we're going to look at. We're going to look at each frame on when it happens, and we're going to see what's going on. So first off, this is what we have. And I have...
Nah, it ain't even the lady, bruh. See, this is why you can't trust videos no more. See, this guy's fooled, but not me. Look, watch the little man walk through the dude in the blue coat. He walked straight right through him, though. You can't trust that these days. Watch.
At each frame, and that's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at each frame on when it happens, and we're going to see what's going on. So first off, this is what we have. And it happens, and we're going to see what's going on.
What we have is this little guy. He came straight out my man's chest. He's like, huh. That's why he in shock, because the little man just walked out of his chest. And then she got morphed into her. See, this is all AI. You be fooled because they got an old filter on it. All these people are in old suits and, things. But watching this video, and I thought it was still like a still picture. Now, there's cloud formations, whatever, nimbus, and all that. I'm not an expert, but what I could say is once the video started playing, something just don't look right. Check it out.
New Mexico. What is going on here? What is going on here? What are these things? Are these clouds? Because I got something to show y'all. Check this out. Because look at the plasma just rolling off these things. Or like coming from these things. Y'all see that? Why do these things look so metaphysical but yet so physical at the same time? They look so solid in the sky. And you see all three of them there. They come in groups of threes. Y'all see that? 1, 2, and then 3 to the far left. There's 3 of them. These things look like portals that have been opening up all over the planet as of late. Remember the one in Chattanooga, Tennessee? It looks just like that, but instead of it being vertical, it's now horizontal, so it's laying down, so you can't tell. But that's like a double-decker layer of spacecraft right there, y'all. That's crazy. And then to have that much plasma just rolling off of you like that, something has got to be there, right, y'all? I mean, if you've seen the movie Nope, they've already literally told us that these things are hiding in the clouds, and they're basically doing all kinds of things within these clouds.
See, and I thought that movie Nope was going to go somewhere else. I thought they were going to talk about like sleep paralysis, because he already did the video, like the movie Get Out. And so my theory, because I had a whole comic book, I actually write comic books and everything, and I had a whole theory about, because I've had sleep paralysis, but basically I thought that's what they was trying to like link into their universe, but nope, ended up being up something like totally different. A damn monster.